Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am your presenter for this evening, the master of reality, the proverbial viscerator, beginning with what I can only best describe as really my first ever video reaction to Machine Head. Now, I say possibly because I think there was one song I've heard from them before, but I have absolutely no memory of what it was. It might have been a song about a church, or it could have been a song about a scorpion. That's my best shot at this point, so it might come back to me at some point later. But from what I know is that this is the first thing we're going to take a look at from the album The More Things Change, released back in March 26, just over 25 years ago today. Well, I said 25, it's April 1st anyway, so, what can you do about that? So, I decided just because when I was doing a lot of stuff from Seasons in the Abyss, I decided I'm just going to check out stuff for like groove metal, and machine metal was one of the first things that came up, so we're going to check out Machine Head. And certainly for this time of night, it's now getting on 9:45. I feel like, you know what, today's been a bit of a long day for me, and I think we should like chill for a bit, and you know what, let's see what we can get. So, without really knowing much else, let us get started. If you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. 10-ton hammer in 3, 2, 1, and... Oh... Oh, wait a minute. Oh. So apparently this was released back in 97. Are you sure this was 97? This sounds like it's something that came out in 2007. This is like part Disturbed, part 3 Days Grace. Yeah, that's it. Exactly sounds like. It sounds like the parent to Disturbed and 3 Days Grace, and I love those two groups like you wouldn't believe. But there's something a little bit strange about Machine Head, is that it's not necessarily like a complete like blend of the two. There's something a little bit more somewhere, and I think I'll tell you what, I'll take it back. I'm gonna see if I can like find out exactly what it is. That's good. Wait a minute. You know what? Okay, you know what? Now I think I know what it is. I think it was that Machine Head did this first. I think that's what this is. Am I onto something? Do you think like nu metal was centered around stuff like this? Because there's like Limp Bizkit. There's did Papa Roach came out before or after this? And then but then there's also stuff like even like other things like maybe like MCR and Fall Out Boy possibly came out the same. MCR is a lot more like influenced by likes of like Iron Maiden and Queen more than anything out in the Smiths. So my experience that I knew like or even like Bullet for My Valentine and all that stuff. I think Bullet for My is what I'm thinking of. Blink 182. What was that one group that did that song Fat Lip? What was it called? It will come to me. It'll come to me, but I want to listen to this again. Starting to get the impression that this was what inspired the guy from Disturbed. In fact, you know what? That's something I've never really thought about before. Is that there seems to be a little bit of like a disappearance of like mascots in bands. Like you got your Evil Eddie, you've got your Vic Rattleheads, you've got the guy. And there doesn't really seem to be like much else. I mean, I suppose like you could say Lemmy really is sort of what Motorhead sort of really is all about. But I think what works for me about that, because don't get me wrong, guys, I had an absolute blast doing 10 Ton Hammer. I think the reason why I think I did and why it's sort of drawn me a little bit more towards Machine Head than I thought I would before is that it's an absolute, there's nothing pretty, there's nothing like special. It's just like this, it's like a straight up story of a guy who's just boiled over and now he's literally fighting possibly someone to the death. He's just out for blood. And you see, and there's other stuff, and there's a bunch of like other groups as well that do this sort of thing. Like Stained did a song called Mud Shovel, which sort of like, it built upon like the same themes that you see stuff in like in 10 Ton Hammer. Then there's also like stuff like I think Lamb of God also did a few songs here and there about this. Mastodon probably did the same stuff as well. But I suppose really it all comes down to like stuff like Execution. Eve 6 as well has probably maybe done a few things here and there. But what I think like categorizes Machine Head, certainly maybe more in terms of like the level of Pantera, is that Pantera were also savage in their aggression, and Machine Head is absolutely, nothing, not just another band out of the ordinary. They fight with like aggression, and it doesn't beat, it pounds itself into the ground, and so everybody involved gets a little bit of the action. I'm not necessarily too big of a fan of just people who just like talk the lyrics in the verses and then it switches up to like singing in the verses. If it was a little bit more consistent, perhaps if you could either have like talking or verse, or but that's just like a personal gripe of mine. But aside from that, the feeling, the brutality, and that brilliant little drum solo, mini solo in the end is enough to literally, if this is a 10-ton hammer, then it's probably got a hook on the other end, and it's about to give you the German jockstrap to pull you in for more. I like this one. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to 10-ton hammer. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Just so you're aware, that is not a misprint. It is literally spelled T-O-N instead of T-O-N-N-E is how you actually spell ton. But you know what? I'm not going to tell them that. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And I will look forward to all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.